As we continue Carnival 2017 and something again, you know, they always say Carnival is bacchanal. This isn't too much of a bacchanal because apparently they made a decision and this is where they're headed. They didn't like what happened. Decision made, we good, we cool, we moving on. To tell us more about that though is, and I'm talking about what's happening right now with the 40 finalists for Calypso Fiesta. The semi-finals are actually taking place, of course, at Skidder Park. Where else? I don't think that if you take the, that venue away, that it's going to be the same. And I'm talking about Calypso Fiesta, yes, and the review tent and what has happened thus far. And to tell us some more about it, as I mentioned to you, is Eric Taylor, Pink Panther, to tell us what's been going on with review, with TUCO. What is the situation, Mr. Panther? Good morning to you. I said Mr. Panther. Mr. Taylor, what is
the
situation?
Same thing.
What is the situation right now with review and TUCO?
Thank you for having me here this morning. Good morning, and good morning to Trinidad and Tobago and wherever this broadcast is going. The Kalypso Revue, as you know, is the oldest running tent in the hemisphere. 54 years we're celebrating this year. We never closed, so 54 years ago. So we must be doing something right. And this year, for the first time, in an unprecedented manner, we only gained one selection from our 40-plus cast to go forward to the national competition, which is questionable. Maybe the judges have it right, I don't know, but the tent does not feel that way. The tent and the patrons are saying that we have one of the best shows in town. Last night was phenomenal, I can tell you. And when people heard that people like, Alana Sinet and Tamika Darius and countless others didn't make it to the semi-final, they were asking questions,
Who are some of the other Calypsonians? Because I know Review has, produced many monarchs as well over the years. Who are some of the other Calypsonians? Because you mentioned Alana and, a few others. Who are, because you say it's very popular, who are the Calypsonians, apart from Chokdas, who got in the tent?
Well, we have about 15 Calypsonians that, in my opinion, and in Chokdas' opinion too, because Chokdas is very peeved that even though he got selected, he witnessed the quality of the Calypsos that we offer this year, and he couldn't understand how come they arrive at that kind of decision, you see? But there are people like Michelle Henry, you have Young Poser, you have a lot of the Calypsonians, in the tent, right? You have Marlon Edwards, fantastic songs. Imagine Michelle Henry singing a song about Uncle Roy. That is the guy from Unlavantil who was doing all the social work, to epitomize the man and make the man permanent in memory. They didn't listen to that song, I would say. I cannot understand how they arrive at what they arrive at, but I know we arrived at the conclusion last night that we are going to go it on our own, because we are not getting any kind of redress, any kind of justice from the organization that is supposed to represent us. As I said yesterday, it's like a policeman doing something wrong, and when you go to report it in the police station, it's the same policeman taking the report. So you are getting no kind of justice. TUCO, I'm not here to bash them, but they have their own interests. They have their own tents, Classic, Russo, Kaiso, House, Showcase, they have their own tents. The review is not one of their tents, and therefore, legitimately, we could feel victimized. How only Chokdas alone, you come on that night, and all of us perform, everybody said, you, only one of us?
So what is Review going to be doing now? You say that you're going to have your own organization, going to form your own. Yes. So what's going to happen now?
Well, it is more than just Calypso and competition. The Calypsonian, really, when you understand it well, we really not really getting the kind of representation that we need. You see, many of us getting old and dying poor and all kind of thing. We have no pension plan. We not no credit union. We nothing. So it's not just the carnival thing. We feel that TUCO somehow is not giving us the kind of representation we need. And maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Because at the meeting last night, I was very encouraged that the younger ones decide to come together and bind together and see about our own destiny. And that was fantastic.
So when you say see about your own destiny, what exactly does that mean? Because I know because of what happened and only one of the Calypsonians, you know, got through, everybody's incensed and it's like this is unfair because we have some really great Calypsonians, some really great Calypsos this year. And the younger ones too will tend to be more incensed and want to do things and move forward. So exactly how have you decided how you're actually going to move forward, what it is you're actually going to do as you separate yourself from TUCO?
Well, it's a wide-ranging kind of activity, for example, and this is something that is something else because in our tent this year, the young singers, Kiziris, Michelle Henry, Marissa Ransom, the young ones, is they marketing the tent this year, right? They have their own program going on the WhatsApp and the social media, and they have the thing going. So before these results come out, we saw the need to integrate our thing, to look after our interests. It's far and it is wide. It is not just about the stage, it is what happens off the stage. Calypsonians need housing, they need jobs, they need just like anybody else. And we believe that we together at the review, seeing that we are TUCO bastard child, we decide that we're not going to stay bastard anymore. We are going to raise our noses and do what we can together to elevate ourselves.
But did you say that Kizzy was in review?
Yes.
She didn't get into the
Yes, she got in, but you see, she didn't sing the night when the judges came.
Oh, okay.
You
I
know?
understand, yes.
She went to when they have the unattached. And she got in, but she didn't face the judges on that night when they came.
Okay, I understand.
So on that night, it's only chalk dust.
Right,
according to these 7 illustrious Calypso people who know everything, it's just chalk dust alone.
Finally, though, what do you think about the NCC now being put in charge of what's going to be taking place at Fiesta on Saturday? What's your view on that?
Well, I believe it should be so all the time, you know.
Why so?
You see conflict of interest, and then you see justice, as they say, mustn't only be served, you know. It must appear to be served, right? Let a neutral body run the competition. Let us run our business, yes. But you see, when you have your own tents, you have your own tents, you have your own members. And I'm saying so on national TV that these tents, these zonal tents, are important to TUCO, you know, because it's from these tents that they form the executive, you know. They have to reciprocate the kind of goodwill to these tents to stay in power too. We understand that.
All right. Thank you so much. I know that you were stuck in a little bit of traffic, so you got here just a little bit late, but I'm glad that you were here. Eric Taylor, Pink Panther. I did call him Mr. Panther. I should have called him Mr. Pink Panther, but thank you so much for coming and letting us know.
Thanks for having me here and echo the views of the
Thank you so much. And I do wish you all the best in your ventures forward as you separate, the tent separates from TUCO, and I wish you all best in the ventures.
And last night we had a fantastic show. It continues tonight. Chicago's time to get up. Let us have a great show again tonight. Come on here for yourselves.
Yeah, you should. You should. Thank you once again. So Calypso Revue, they're seeking a review of the semi-finalists, but really they're separating from TUCO, doing their own thing. Mr. Eric Taylor, Pink Panther, telling us about that. We've got more as we focus more on Carnival 2017 and so much more here on Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago right after this break.
So I'll tell you flat. Please tell Miss Rhoda Barrett. Yes, tell she. My mother, she christened Anthony Thomas Aquinas. My Calypso sobriquet is the prophetess Sisyphus. I helped set up the ICC. Passionate about TNT. Don't limit my contribution to rum, talk, or shake and no. I am a specialist in criminal justice. I have much more to offer than posing for camera. I invited, not summoned, Brigadier General Dillon, for I am the commander-in-chief. And if my country
Yes, and we are back to tell you about something that's very interesting and something that is actually back for the carnival season. If you've experienced it, you should be happy to hear that it's back once again for 2017. I'm talking about the Nelson Island. I want to add Carnival to it because that's what it is. But it's the Nelson Island Tour, but it's actually the Nelson Island Carnival Tour that's actually back for the Carnival season. And like I said, if you've experienced it, I haven't, but I've heard really great stories about it, you will understand what I am talking about. But to tell us more about it, Cheryl Ali, she is here. She is the event coordinator of this Nelson Island Carnival Tour. It's back.
Yes, it's back. Last year was our first time, and this year we're having it again.
Which means it was a success last year.
Yes,
fantastic. What's happening this year?
Okay, this year it's on, let me let you know the date. It's Tuesday the 21st, which is next Tuesday, and tickets are available at the North and South Water Taxi Terminal and at our office on Sackville Street, the National Trust office on Sackville Street. And it's $200 for members. We are a membership-based agency. It's $200, $250 for non-members, $225 for senior citizens, and $150 for juniors. Now, we're having this tour during the week because it's the week of Carnival, just before Carnival, and we know that a lot of things are happening on the weekends, and there are a lot of persons who are here and looking for something to do during the week. So that's the reason we do it on Carnival on Tuesday. You have to be at the water taxi for 9 a.m., so it's 9 to 2, we return at 2. Persons coming from south, they can join the water taxi on their own, or they can drive up to Port of Spain. And so we're going to have all these traditional carnival characters and give you a whole, we're about heritage and history in Trust. So we're going to give you a whole history on how these characters came about.
I know last year it was also said that, you know, when you take the water taxi up to Nelson Island, that you get a tour too under historical thing, you know, there, you know, like on those tours that you see in television, and they have the tour guide on.
Yes.
And that was done last year.
Yes, we do it all the time.
And it's happening again this year.
Yes.
So it's
actually just yesterday I took 190-something school children. We do school tours also. I took 190-something children to Nelson Island.
Oh gosh, I wish I was
and
teaching
they
again.
just enjoy it and they love it and they're all excited about it because Nelson Island, a lot of things, it's actually equivalent to Ellis Island in New York. So we have jail cells down there where the 1970 movement they were held. Buzz Butler was held down there during the unrest in 1930 to 1945. Well, there was a breakup of it. The indentured laborers were processed. Immigration down also on Nelson Island. There's a building that was built in AD 1802 by the King's Negroes. Well, we know that, we mean slaves.
Yes.
So the Nelson Island is history, overflowing with history. When you walk there, you feel like you're walking in history.
Oh, wow. And it's, I mean, to learn something about Trinidad and Tobago like that, you know, it's fantastic. The cost is really quite reasonable. What about when we get there? I mean, do we walk with our picnic baskets or what?
We encourage to walk with picnic baskets, but we also have someone who coming with, you'll get like a little tamarind bowl and we're doing bacon saltfish bulgur, traditional Trinidad things. You might get a pack of chini bibi.
Oh, gosh.
Long time you
Are
haven't
you
seen
serious?
A piece of guava cheese.
Oh, please get some for me. Oh, my gosh.
So we have this, our caterer, she's going to be selling quite reasonable, $35 for a little snack box, and you get a little mixture of all these things, a little tamarind bowl and a little, you know, all the different things in the snack box.
Is she going to wrap the chili bibi? You used to have it wrapped in the cone shape.
Yes.
And then anything and you're choking on it. Oh gosh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
And I mean, okay, it's on a Tuesday, but it's 9 to 2. I suppose people can take time off if they want to go. Are you having it any other day, or is it just the Carnival Tuesday?
Just that Carnival Tuesday.
Okay.
Yes, we want the locals to also go, but we know they have to work. But we also targeting persons who are here for the Carnival season. And Tuesday is a quiet day. There's nothing much to do during the day. What do I do? So we have that on also.
Are you doing any tours after the Carnival season?
Yes, before on Friday, we have our Port of Spain Historic Carnival Tour, which is, you have to meet at the Sackville Street National Trust office at 8:30. We take you to Kitchener and Sparrow, and you get to go and see wire bending and masts, and steel bands. So we take people, so you get to see the in the back of what happens during this time.
So it's actually all history, all
Yes.
Trinidad and Tobago history. Check them out at the Historical Society. Of course, you need to do just that. And the National Trust,
National
that
Trust.
is. National Trust. Cheryl Ali, thank you so much. Remember Tuesday, be a part of it. Take the duck, you will give us anything. News is up next.
Some